Good afternoon, FFR fans. How are we doing out there? We got a wonderful match slated for you this afternoon. We have JazzRaptr taking on Minh. You might know him as Minh the Mage here around Twitch. Minh, a newer, well, I wouldn't say a newer duck. He's been around for a while. He comes and goes from the community. With life stuff going on. I think the last time we saw Minh racing competitively was last summer in the OnRack Summer Vacation, and he'll be taking on the young upstart, JazzRaptr, as JazzRaptr makes his first competitive appearance since the most recent Duck Derby, which saw our very own Groggy Dog win the Duckling Supreme title. I'm Caleb. I'm joined in the booth by our very own Hypez Nova and Danny 383 on the tracking. How you doing, Hypes?
Doing good.
Doing good. So we got a real exciting match. These looks like both parties just electing to run the red rainbow. Nothing wrong with that party. We saw a lot of veteran runners running the same party. If you want safety, speed, and all the magic in the world, this is the way to go. And we're going to get the gate dropped, and we're going to get going here. All right. All right, so we just kicked the runners out the gate, and we're going to see what this seat has in store for us. So, Hypes, Spring Tournament 2020 Hype. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. A lot of these matchups are really interesting, so I'm really excited to see how these go.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Oh, look at that love on the screen. I got two Calebs on both sides. We got two Minhs on both sides. We got JazzRaptr on represent on both sides. No Hypes Nova on JazzRaptor side. He's rocking the Burt Reynolds love, but Minh's he's showing you some love.
That's okay.
Yeah. So the flags that we're running tonight or this afternoon, we have 3 loose items. One is guaranteed to be the canal. The other 2 are guaranteed to be somewhere in the game. And we're going to get our first look here at Black Magic. And we've got Bane. Bane's pretty good. That's a good low-level sweeper to have.
Bane and Stop Spell are definitely going to carry you through for now. Oh, and Fade in the harm slot.
Okay, but that heal 3 will be learnable by red mages and knights. But Fade, given some value to the white mage. Nothing really doing in the weapon shop.
It'll be interesting to see once Minh's stream catches up if he opts to take another white mage or if he keeps the red.
Yeah, it does look like we're having a little bit of stream lag on Minh's side. As JazzRaptr's into his first Imp fight, we're going to see some Fades and some Banes. Imp's trying to rub them out, but luckily at level 1, Jazz the Fighter resists it. So that's pretty surprising to level 1 rub resist. As whoa, there it is. Minh is also here. Minh is already on his way up to the Temple of Fiends. Gonna do that Garland kill, hope for a canal in a box. But ooh, going right to Garland.
This is an interesting play if he doesn't go back for the chest, because he won't be able to see what's in them. And there can be a lot of useful stuff, like notably just early game gold.
Mm-hmm. That's very early game gold is real good, as it'll allow you to get any spells you want in Provoca, and he does just go right up and skip the 3 chests. So bold gamble here from Minh, leaving the chest behind. And we're working on getting our runners here stream synced, and JazzRaptr coming into the Temple of Fiends about 30 seconds behind Minh. Minh doing some shopping. I'd imagine he's just going to beat feet over to Provoca, check that level 2 magic, or he's going to head back. Oh, spicy. Immediately just going to go check that adamant turn in. So JazzRaptr checking boxes. We find a soft potion in the bottom left Temple of Fiends. Minh gets a cabin. Max gold.
Oh, wow.
JazzRaptr finds the canal, and we get a ruby. So lots of key items available right off the bat because we can immediately go back to Bravoka, find out what Bicky's holding on to, and with that ruby in the early canal, we can break out of the inner sea, go through Melmond, go through the Titan's tunnel, pick up the incentivized item there, and then go to Sarda, and then go to Crescent Lake. So a lot of huge early finds here. Surprising we didn't see an early Oxyale yet, as that is our incentivized week. We have an incentivized item in the Mermaids and Sea Shrine. So lots of action still ahead of us, but lots of really good key item placements. So I'm going to assume that on JazzRaptr's side, the imps rubbed out his Black Mage, and that's what happened there. Now, I wonder if JazzRaptr's going to do the traditional routing here and head off to Provoka. But all the money in the world for Minh. You gotta love finding that max gold chest in the first 5 minutes of the game. But with imp prices that high, I mean, you might as well, you need max gold, really. 46 gold to stay in Canaria? Yeesh.
Wow. What a shocker.
All right, so Minh's stocking up. We're still working on stream sync here. So Nova, what are your thoughts here with the spring tournament flags? How are you prepping for your race later in the week?
I ran a practice seed yesterday. It didn't go well, so maybe it'll go better next time.
Well, it looks like JazzRaptr learned the teleport spell while we weren't looking, because we left him and he was immediately in Provoka level 2 magic with wall exit. I saw an ice 3 at level 2. That's pretty good. So looks like our stream sync issues might be fixed, as both of our runners seem to be running at about the same time. So big shout out to Speed Gaming for working with us, getting this up and running. Minh double checking. Yep, we got Fire 2 and Ice 3. I would probably buy both of those. Ice 3 is nice. It has a nice high damage roll, but a lot of the undead will resist it. And if you can back it up, the Ice 3 up with the Fire 2, there's not a whole lot that's really scary out there in the overworld. So Minh's going to give us our first look here at the Pirates as we're working on getting JazzRaptr's stream up and running. You're going to keep with the Bane instead of firing out the sure thing Ice 3. And Bane, 3 for 3. Oop, we missed one. That sounds like standard AoE stuff. You got to leave one behind. Second Bane comes through though. So Poison Smoke smokes out the Pirates. Bicky giving us the Chime. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm having flashbacks to loose items in the less than greater than room. Doesn't feel good. Skipping the armor shop check. Wonder if we'll come back here looking for pro rings and gold bracelets.
With the amount of times that I've seen like no ribbons in these type of seeds or these flag sets, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back for pro rings.
Yeah. Yeah. So as we're getting our streamers synced, I want to just encourage everybody to check out the Discord. Go ahead, hop in there and get signed up for spectator roles, race crew roles. You want to come up in the comms booth and call a race for us. You want to help out with the tracking. You just want to know when the races are. You can join the Discord. You can find the link on FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, as well as a schedule of all the upcoming races coming out. So we're back, and we got a Hooraydorf, and we got a Matoya check, and Grandma's not holding on to much. Fade's going to come through and fade some wolves out of existence. So Hype's doing the early chest check, looking for that canal. Is going to need to go back to... Whoa. Those imps aren't safe, bud. We got Thunder Imps. So it's pretty good to find it this early, but I believe there's 2 Thunders that can roll.
with the canal being in a not in a non-incentive location, it's unless you find the canoe early, it's almost always in Marsh Cave or somewhere similar.
Yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see who dives that first.
Well, we got the canal. We found it in Temple of Fiends, so JazzRaptr has that information. It's just a matter of whether or not Minh is going to go back to TOF before heading off to Marsh. So with the loose canal, if we don't get a canoe, we basically have it 50-50 where it's either going to land in Marsh or it's going to land in Matoya's Dwarves or Temple of Fiends. We can see it in a keylock chest if key is early. And Life 2, Cure 4 for the Red Wizards. That's pretty good white magic. I missed the level 3 black. Chat calling out that it was stacked. Level 3 white. We got Ruse. That's fine. And level 4 we got Quad X, Temper, and Lock 2. That's really good utility magic. I don't think we'll see anybody buy that 6400 Quad X, but Lock 2 is super important. With 230% bosses, we're guaranteed to probably see at least one that is near max evade, as JazzRaptr just buys his way into promotion. I think they call that nepotism in the business industry. So purchasing his promotion in Elfland, once we get the airship, being able to promote right away is going to be really nice, as it will encourage us to go right to Cardia, get all those free boxes, and we're still looking for money or weapons to buy. Max Gold Cat Claw. Fun. Alright, so both of our runners kind of in sync here, but JazzRaptr with the canal is going to break out of the Inner Sea and get an early game exploration lead, as Minh's going to double back and kind of probably kick himself in the butt a little bit, as you don't want to go to Marsh, but he's going to lose a little bit of time here. Checking the armor shops, we've got a whole bunch of wood and silver, nothing doing. Worth noting, all of these desert tiles in Melmond are safe. We are not playing with the infamous Zozo Melmond, so we will not see an undead grind here for some easy cash. Fast promotion locked for the Red Wizard, but Black Mage will be able to pick it up. What kind of party comp do you like to run with these flags, Nova?
I've been leaning towards Fighter Rainbow, but I've also tried Black Belt Thief, White Mage, Black Mage, and had some luck. So honestly, for if you want to play safe, definitely Fighter Rainbow. If you want to maybe get an edge on some gambles, then maybe Black Belt Thief is your way to go.
Yeah, the Black Belt is pretty viable with these flags. We do have B-side spike tiles shuffled, so we could find a 3-eye grind. Question in chat from Cheesinator: did they draft this? They didn't necessarily draft it, but they did talk about party comps in the SRL room, and they looks like they both agreed to go Fighter Rainbow. So while not a draft, it was definitely something they talked about. And the ogres,
It's packing heat.
It's all ogre now, Nova. It's all ogre now. They've got Toxic, they've got Blizzard. JazzRaptr just gonna get out, do the veteran move, save right here, and be able to warp out or exit out once we find that incentive canoe.
Nice.
So you kind of the early canoe. Ooh, and a white shirt and a heat. Wow, finding all the good stuff in Titan's pantry. Just, you hate to rob the guy blind like that, but when he's holding on to such goods, a canoe, a pro ring, a white shirt, and a heel helmet, might as well walk that out. The canoe early is nice because we don't have to worry about double dipping the Onrak continent or deals being locked out of that, but it does put a lot of checks there we go. So if you guys wanted a jet seed, you just got it. We got a 12.5-minute floater. I think they're going to take away my seed rolling privileges, Hypez.
Yeah, I'll have to do it next time.
You can do the next one. So now this begs the question, we haven't found a loose item yet. We have all of our overworld transportation. We have access to everywhere but Sea Shrine. Where do you go first?
Well, definitely pick up the airship, check Crescent Lake, and then it's kind of a 50-50. It's I would either go ice or ordeals. Probably ice since it's closer and you have exit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good call. And we got decent enough magic to get through there. The ogres kind of scare me out of doing an earth dive even with that rod. But yeah, I think we get the airship, we check Crescent, and then we immediately, depending on what the Crescent was, if it's Crown, we go to that. We follow whatever fetch we get out of Crescent. But I think I go to the Cardias and hope that there's a loose item there, get to promote, get to go buy magic for those knights and red wizards, and start that way we don't accidentally get too many levels and put off a spell progression for those promoted classes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, early floater gonna be wild. We'll see hopefully probably a lot of route divergence and route convergence as we get closer to Temple of Fiends time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they prioritize here.
Alright, where are you going, JazzRaptr? Yep. I was wondering if you do a little cheeky Earth 1 check the spike tiles, but it will be a lot quicker to just land an airship there. And did Minh buy that tail in Elfland?
No, he didn't have enough money.
Okay. So prioritize buying magic, so he won't be able to promote right away unless he picked up enough money along the way. Nope, he's about 6k short. But he could sell that heel helmet. Do some Minochi strats.
I think he might go through an incentive location, honestly, to get that money.
Yeah. I mean, heel helmet's nice. It's sort of definitely a backup hat for your fighter. You really want to have the ribbon if you got one. But all right, JazzRaptr, we're doing pretty good with her calling what he's gonna do. Not even checking the item shop because he knows he found. Look, what is this? 91k, 9100 gold bracelets. Ooh.
It's a free seed.
Yeah, free seed is free. And before a double nuclear chaos with max evade.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so we got warp. That should, well, we don't have money for it, but that slot should be learnable by the black mage.
This flag set is kind of interesting in the case that the later that you find the Oxial, the more forgiving it is. Most of the.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially with it being the incentive location, and all we really need now is the cube. And there's still a lot of incentive location. Oh, I'm sorry, we need the loot and the key as well too. But we've got Ice Cave, we've got Ordeals, we've got this bottle turn-in to do. So that incentive C might be the Power Bonk, might be the Thor Hammer, might not be something that we need to pick up. And JazzRaptr opted to walk around behind the stores. It's not often you get to see the back alley in Gaia. But he's going to go through, clear it out, pick up some litter while he's back there.
Got to keep the streets clean, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look how nice guy is. He's back here in a park talking to, and there it is. Look at that. So we are a key and cube away from go mode with a lot of boxes to open, a lot of places to check. My galaxy brain is screaming Cardia.
Yes, so this may be go mode logically with the two items that you may grab, but I think they're going to want more gear.
Oh yeah, I mean we're still going to open, but we're only going to open the greed boxes. We're going to open the cluster here. We're going to open Mirage 1, Yeah. I love the plays here that JazzRaptr's making. And what Min's doing isn't bad either. He's got the airship, gonna check some spike tiles here in the volcano, gonna open the chest density here. Maybe find some, so we get a little bit of money. I'd probably reset out of this cardia check instead of walking just because I'm lazy.
So it'll be interesting. I think he's only going to do this first floor. I think Min is going to do an armory check and then exit out and hope he gets money from this.
There's a nice in-game weapon for us as Min digs up the game changer here on the first floor or on the second floor of Volcano. It does take a pause to say nothing's here, so I wonder if that's was a misclick or he might not be a Team Vorpal.
The world may never know.
We'll have to ask him about it if we remember.
It's my first question in the interview, for sure.
All right. So, Min continuing the check here. We're going to check this hairpin and check the cluster. Paralisks with lightning too. Enter at your own Paralisk.
This is no longer a good time, especially with the poison touch.
And they back it up with regular lightning, but Raptor comes out and says, "Oh yeah, that's cute. Here's my nuke." So more good money for Jazz here. And I would imagine his next stop is going to be Bahamut.
So Min's checking like hairpin and all these other locations in the second floor of Volcano, which I think he's banking on a loose item at this point because these aren't checks that you usually make.
And an Ankylo tile, you don't want to see that.